This is Tang. So starting with the underhood, we swag this thing out to the max with our Deluxe Max Airflow Bundle coated in M&M orange. We also added some dress up goodies, our Billet oil fill cap, the Billet brake reservoir cap, the reservoir cover, and the fuse box cover. So the cool thing about a lot of these parts, they're not just for the LMM. Besides the coolant tank and the cold air intake, all these other parts fit a wide range of the Duramax. So let's check them out. So first up is our LMM cold air intake. Probably one of the most common upgrades you guys are gonna start with. Makes a huge difference when you switch from the factory plastic to our metal fabricated design. You can really hear that turbo sing when you got that metal pipe under the hood. So we have our 4.5-inch mandrel bent intake pipe. We do strap a 4.5-inch air filter inside of our heat shield box. Big thing about our heat shield box is to block off underhood heat. Our goal is to maintain intake air temperatures as close to ambient air temperature as possible. The closer those numbers are, the more power that hits the pavement. So this cold air intake will fit a stock mouthpiece, but we also offer this as a bundle with the intake and the mouthpiece for an upgrade. The cold air intake bundle for the LMM is part number 481-HSP. If you want to purchase these separately, 402-HSP and 003-HSP for the mouthpiece. With our upgraded mouthpiece, eliminating the factory plastic, you're definitely going to hear that turbo sing a lot more. Here we have our 427-HSP, which is our fabricated coolant tank. This is specific to the LMM Duramax. You don't want to show up to that truck meet embarrassed to pop your hood with that yellow plastic tank. This here, backed with our no BS guarantee, lifetime warranty, so it will be the last coolant tank you'll ever have to buy. Now, why no sight glass? A sight glass doesn't tell you you're low while you're driving the truck. So we provide you with a low level sensor that will display on the dash if or when there's an issue with the coolant. So this is our hot side intercooler pipe. Part number 000-HSP. It does fit the 01 to 10 Duramax. Big difference with ours is the boots are serviceable. We back them with our no BS guarantee, but the big one is at the intercooler connection. The factory enters the intercooler at an angle, where with our design, it enters the intercooler with a 3x4 straight boot. All about moving that air in and out of the motor as smoothly as possible. And now for some of the dress up goodies. We are still super pumped to bring these fuse covers to the market. So part number on this one is D-443-1-HSP, and it does fit the 07.5 to 14 Duramaxes. But if you got an 01 to 24, we got you covered, just a slightly different part number. We're all about getting rid of that plastic on the underhood. You've done the coolant tank, next, you've got to cover your brake reservoir. And don't forget to add that billet reservoir cap and the billet oil cap. So this is our forward-facing thermostat housing kit, part number 041-HSP. It fits the 06 to 10 Duramax. We do have options available for the 01 to 05s. Big thing about this unit, the factory routes the upper coolant tube behind the AC compressor, where we switch it forward-facing, and we also eliminate the thermostat in the upper coolant tube to make it a lot easier to bleed that cooling system. So we still retain the ability to cool a factory or drop-in style turbo, but if you decide to go with an oil-cooled turbo, we'll give you a plug to address that. Now let's talk traction bars, because wheel hop is for lawnmowers. So this truck's a crew cab short bed, so we upfit it with our 70-inch bolt-on traction bars, part number 035-2-HSP. Regardless of your bed and cab configuration, we got sizes to get you covered. You guys already know, stickers add horsepower. All we did was put our back window sticker underneath the wrap, and it gave it that raised contrast, and it looks freaking killer. Man, that shit's good. So whether you're looking to swag out the full underhood or just some of those individual parts, be sure to check us out at hspdiesel.com and give your truck a kick in the ass.